just the infinite knowledge that he's imparted on our lives. The fact that everything you do, no matter how arrogant or judgmental, it's always placed a part on me.
Ugliest people on the planet.
He said you to say that since you're Irish.
Another prejudice showing his ignorance. I'm really Swiss, but this is cool. All right, maybe someday it'll be worth something.
Just sitting from that perspective, just seeing you talk and impart wisdom upon us, it's just been a cool ride for these 2 years. Inspiring, definitely.
Being told, come outside. I confess, I thought I was going outside to be shot.
When he and I had a 1-hour debate about the pursuit of knowledge.
Sure, if you just shoot the ball, hope it gets it or not.
Yeah, but it's your life, not mine, and so you have to make the decision.
This time we did a baptism skit on Spiessman's 1964 study.
We had like 3 different baptisms, and one of my favorite one was the baptism gone wrong.
My favorite memory in Mooney's class is bears, and that's all that needs to be said about that.
Meditating with Mooney that one time.
My favorite idiosyncrasy of Dr. Mooney is when we're doing something or doing a skit and he pulls out a banana or an apple and just starts chowing down on it, despite someone maybe talking or reading. And it just inspires laughter in the class when he just randomly gets up and starts stretching. I know it's important to keep limber all day so you can teach and impart that wisdom upon us. The best Mooney idiosyncrasy is definitely the Mooney grunt.
Dr. Mooney, think about it.
Hey, Stella!
My favorite memory of Stuart was probably when she turned into a fairy queen and pulled out that little wand. She was just waving it around for some reason.
When Shannon did her IOP and threw a candy to one of the people who answered, and it totally hit one of the ceiling tiles.
Looking to my left every day and seeing the 90s Oprah Reed poster. What an inspiration to do well in English.
Mrs. Stewart, she doesn't have any idiosyncrasies or anything, so.
She has this kind of dry, deadpan sense of humor. In an alternative universe, she would definitely be a world-famous comedian.
Her poker face is she'll just like stare, and you can't tell if she likes what you're saying or if she's judging you hardcore for like saying it's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's amazing.
I believe the children are our future.
My favorite memory in Mrs. Rezner's class was before winter formal. She taught us through math to be basket fillers, and to give compliments and be good people.
I think it was bucket.
Bucket filler. That's what I meant.
That story she told of why she won't do drugs because she thinks she'll like drugs. All her sayings she has, like, I can smell the understanding, capital sad face. Wait a minute, we're fish. And the life lessons. Those life lessons. So good. Thank you, Mrs. Rezner. Oh, my favorite memory of Ms. Armstrong is the time she let me try her beet hummus, because that was good.
Those like debates or discussions in class, just the way that she would like facilitate them. It's just like a really good way to really get a lot more meaning from the book.
That I got to have her as a coach and a teacher, so it was pretty cool.
Claire.
Whoa, time warp.
I would like to confess that I actually never finished the 3rd part of Heart of Darkness. We did discuss it during the IOC. Let's just say I tried to focus on the other parts, and Spark Notes did the rest.
I confess that I like Spark Notes better than Schmoop.
My favorite memory with Mr. Stordahl was when he took us into his room and showed us a video when he was on Jeopardy.
He was like so much younger and he looked so different, but it was just really nice.
When he got really excited and like pounded on the board to show emphasis on the point he was about to make.
One time when we were trying to convince him to do the Make-A-Wish Pie Teacher, and I gave him this big, like, kind of like 2-3 minute speech, and at the end of it, he just goes, you know, I've known you for 3 years, and I think that's the most I've ever heard you speak.
At the beginning of every class, there's kind of a fight to the death over who got to sit in the really comfortable chairs at the front.
Oh my god.
My favorite thing about Stordahl has to be his dog, Elka. Love you, Elka.
He's just very loud. He just like yells random German things sometimes.
Idiot, it's I'm going to say, ich kenne nicht, ich weiß nicht.
My favorite memory about Stordahl is this one time we were in Spain with our respective others, and they challenged us to try a bullfighting class. And I was a little nervous about doing it, of course. It's an angry bull, but Stordahl was heroic. He immediately jumped up, said he was going to do it, and he did it. And I have video of it that one day I will leak onto the internet of him actually fighting an enraged bull in Madrid. It was heroic.
Favorite memory is being told, Shannon, you should hide under Heppenstall's desk. And so I did. He approached the desk and I thought he saw me. So I just kind of got up, but then he hadn't seen me, so he was like, whoa.
The fact that he is one of the best teachers I've ever had. And that moment when we were taking that paper 3 test and I wanted inspiration from him and he said, you guys are my inspiration. I was like, that really touched my heart, Mr. Heppenstall. You rock, you're the best teacher.
The time when Colin wouldn't come out of the closet.
Imagine No Shave November, Heppenstall has his Heppenstash, and he reads the Butter Battle book.
And he ordered the boys in the back room to figure how to build me some sort of triple sling jigger.
One time Mr. Heppenstall told me that he was born without forearms, and I was very concerned because why would a person lie about the absence of limbs?
My favorite memory of Heppenstall's class is the French Revolution.
When we Frenchified his classroom.
So I'm Hep and I'm walking my classroom and I see this. There's a French flag as my tablecloth. Big brother's wearing a beret.
Vive la France.
Oh, you son of a...
My favorite idiosyncrasy of Heppenstall is probably when he asked,
Have you seen this movie, TV show, book, game? No? Really? Seriously?
he goes, I get chills just thinking about it.
When you're talking to him, you don't feel like you're talking to your teacher. You feel like you're kind of just talking to a friend.
I like how he burns the French.
No, tell us.
Thank you, Colin, I will.
I don't know, he's just been like one of my favorite teachers out of high school overall. He's like, just the class itself, he's provided us with so many different perspectives and everything.
All the impressions, he's a hilarious person. We never take him for granted.
Heppenstall. Probably my favorite memory with Heppenstall is this time we were shark diving in South Africa in Shark Alley. We were in the cages together and I bet him to like unlock the cage and swim out. I didn't think he'd do it. But he's a lunatic, as you guys all know, and of course he did it. Unlocked the cage, which I quickly shut behind him, swam out, slapped a 20-foot great white right in the dorsal fin, and then swam back to the cage. I quickly opened it up and we slammed it shut and we high-fived and I looked at him and I'll just be honest with you, the man's a hero. A lunatic, but a hero.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam.
My favorite memory of Casserly is when we did the whole presidential March Madness thing.
Dunking on the Philippines as Teddy Roosevelt.
Just looking at Casserly's face when I pulled out that hoop and just saw Jake annihilate Vincent representing the Philippines.
Probably when I gave her that beta fish named Lindsay until she abandoned it 3 days later.
My favorite memory of Mrs. Casserly is when she went roller skating with us. That was pretty cool. That was mine too.
My favorite memory in the Chappelle's class Chappelle's class was when we had our Latin American presentations and we did ours in the theme of Back to the Future. I had to wear a cool puffy jacket and it was fun.
The days when I had a lot of tests and I had a rough morning and she would make me a latte.
One time at lunch, we were talking about baby names and I was just thinking like, wow, next year we're not going to have her, so.
All the notes we did. That was so much fun.
The graphic organizers, the fact that we got to do those, that was great.
Freshman year when she told me that I was lucky because I didn't have to deal with bad hair days.
It was something involving a shake weight.
The time I wrote Shimmigrants on my pop quiz answer, and she wrote WTH on my quiz.
When we had the head massager thingy, and you made a really weird scream, and that went like, ah!
Oh my god!
My favorite thing that Casserly does is when she tells the class as a whole that you guys are a bit rowdy today, and
I just like that she's like all the time, she's always really, really positive.
I think you guys are getting on my nerves. It's annoying me.
Just like when you come into the classroom, she always says hi and asks how you're doing.
And we're like, oh, we like to hear that. Thank you. Thanks, Casserly.
And it's just like a really good environment to come into.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Okay, guys.
When we did an April Fool's prank on our class, there was a face, there's a picture of Stordahl's face and your little Post-its thing on your desk. Also, sorry about Gandhi's poster. I'm sorry about that. Gandhi's face. And Estonia.
I'm sorry for sending the Valentine-gram to you when it started singing.
Would you smother me?
It was uncomfortable for everyone, and I feel uncomfortable now.
Casserly. There are so many stories, but probably one story that really sticks out in my head about Casserly is a little known fact. Both she and I were once marathon runners, and we trained together. We had the same trainer. That's how we actually met before we even taught back in our 20s. One marathon we were running, specifically the LA Marathon, I blew up my hamstring. About halfway through the marathon, blew my hamstring out. And Casserly, being the stud that she is, she wasn't gonna let me not finish this race. She picked me up like a Madonna from above, threw me over her shoulders, and ran the second half of the marathon with me, a 180-pound man, on her back. She's amazing. I mean, she's a true American hero.
You say yes.